Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the HerStory TV and the HerStory podcast. This is Gertrude Macha here in beautiful Wellington, New Zealand. And I am graced with the presence of yet another creative young woman coming to us all the way from the US. Welcome to our tribe. Please tell everybody your full name, where you're based, how old you are, and share your story with us today.
Hello, my name is Keyana the artist, and I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia, but originally from Indianapolis, Indiana. Um, I am a spoken word artist, an author, and a dancer.
How
And
did
I'm
your
36
story?
years old.
How old are you?
36 years old.
36 years old. So how did your creative life begin?
I started writing when I was 15 years old, due to my mom's domestic violence. And from there, I've been writing about 11 years.
So all of your writing is based on personal experiences that you've gone through, correct?
Yes.
And what has writing done for you as a person?
It has me more creative. It has me teaching art, and it's showing others that through art is a very passion in overcoming.
So take us back to a personal story, an experience you had that kind of spurred you on this journey.
When I was younger, when I was in foster care, it really led me to write more about more kids and teenagers and the way society is and how they can overcome as well by writing.
Make it a little bit more personal than that. I'm trying to really dig into the experiences you had, because a lot of times people who are going through traumatic experiences don't really know how to get out of that situation or find an escape. And it seems to me like you did find a way to escape the situations you were in, right?
Yes. Um, Poetry was my outgo through domestic violence, through rape, foster care, living in shelters with my mom. So that was like my escape. So my goal was to write. And when I was writing, that was like my only way out. So
It's amazing what you've managed to do with what could have been a very challenging situation. You've kind of turned that challenge into something pretty magical. So
yes.
how does the creativity come to you? Do you just hear the words in your head and have to pick up a pen and paper and start writing, or tell us your creative
Yes.
process?
Most of it's meditating. And I do a lot of meditating day by day. And when I'm meditating, it's just the words just come to me. Most of it's not all bad. Some is good words too. It's based on how did I feel, as a little girl. How do I feel when I was a teenager, and now how do I feel as an adult?
Wow. Now, if you could go back to the youngest you, that young woman, young girl who was going through all of these traumatic experiences, based on what life has taught you about life, what three nuggets of wisdom would you share with her? What would you have wanted somebody to say to you about life and what was coming in the future?
That you're beautiful, you're intelligent, and you're brilliant.
So your experience obviously affected things at school. Did you find going to
Yes.
school to be challenging? Tell us a little
Mhm.
bit about your school days.
It was a lot of challenging when I was in school. A lot of stumbling with words. Reading patterns was so tough because um, didn't have that balance. So when you have like that trauma, it was based on your learning too, because when you're reading or when you're writing, that trauma can really trigger it a little bit. And so when I was younger, I was used to stumble over words and stumble over so much because of my trauma.
And at school, did you get lots of support from your teachers, from your friends?
Yes, a
How did
lot of it was from my teachers
Mhm.
that I had when I was in high school and middle school.
So were you able to reach out to them, or did they reach out to you? What was it?
They reached out to me.
Okay, so they could see that something wasn't
Hmm.
quite right, you were struggling, and they were there to support and help you.
Yes, yes.
So now if you are to look at yourself and what you have done with your life, give us a few insights of what life is like for you at 36.
At 36, I overcome a lot of barriers, a lot of challenges, high self-esteem. And when I was younger, I had like low self-esteem, bad eating habits, wasn't eating right, gaining weight. But at 36, I'm more plant-based organic. So I write on not just bad things, more of, how to eat healthy, how to self-help yourself. So yes. So
It
at
sounds like it.
36,
Yeah.
yeah, 36, author of 5 books. Working on another children's book. It'll be coming out soon. It's called The Journey Love ABC. It's about kids developing themselves as in self-esteem, saying A is for amazing, B is for brilliant, different things like that. So when they see themselves in the mirror, they can say, oh, I'm amazing, I'm brilliant, because everyday kids have that struggle, because society, they want to cut their hair, they want to dye their hair, they want to wear earrings and different things like that, and then they don't find themselves. So sometimes it's hard to do that because we live in an dynamic world that you know you can't define yourself sometimes.
Yes. Wow. So you have come a long, long way in terms of just rebuilding your self-esteem, putting your life together, and getting yourself to this point. If you were to go into your future and have a conversation with the older you, that woman who's now maybe 100 years old, you've lived life, you've experienced so many things, and have a conversation with her based on how you're living your life now, what would you say to her?
I would say to her, it was great to leave a legacy for the next generation and to leave something that I couldn't do, but I left something for them they can do.
Definitely leaving the world a better place than where before you came, right?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. So it sounds to me like your passion is all around children, giving kids the best that they can get. Why is giving so important for the future of humanity, do you think?
Because as a child, when you come into the world, um, most time is not by accident, but most time is, a child brought into this world as in they are the next generation. So for me to leave something, and for teenagers, is to leave something that I have a torch. So the torch is I have to let that torch come down when it's not my turn anymore. So I have to give that torch to the next generation.
Love that. And so you leave the world a better, brighter place. Now, I know that you are very, very creative and you've probably got one or two poems that plays in your head. Could you share something with us right now?
Yes. I will. One is called All in One. All in One. The attitude of character to visible love to unspoken word. I'm the artist. I'm the artist. He believe in God, believe also in me. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I'm a woman with faith with God. What matters to me, what falls in place to never to justify what you can become. Every day is a new day. Every bright and sunny day, I tend to be with my friends and become even more. My deepest fear is to believe in yourself, to judge me because I am Black. This moment of speech, now walk in my shoes, now walk in my shoes. My naysayers can't say what to say about you because I am somebody, because I am somebody. To the natural hair, to the natural eyes, to the natural lips. Look at me. I'm natural. Recess determines you. Is this mic on? Can I have your attention, please? Words and words and words, reality. So why I'm here? Because I'm the next generation.
Mm. Wow, I love that. It is about the next generation.
Yes.
Next generation of creators, those younger kids who find a source of inspiration when they see someone like them stepping into the space of creativity. Now,
Yes.
for Black kids, and in particular African American children, at the moment with all of the race relations issues that are going on, how important is it for you to be a role model of what's possible?
I can say for myself as experience, I can understand for being Black, it was hard, especially if you in foster care, it's really hard because you don't know where you're going to go next. You don't know what house or parent you're going to live in. So, as a role model, as a Black child, um, I stand in a gap for them. Is why, because I used to be a child myself, and I understand the struggles and obesity and self-control they have and self-esteem.
It's really crucial. It's so important, right?
Yes.
So who were your role models when you were growing up? Who did you look up to?
I had one role model was my teacher. She's still alive today. She turned like 75 the other day. She was my drama teacher, and she inspired me mostly was from art because I was creative. And so drama and art was my thing. So yes, that was my role model, was my drama teacher in high school.
I love that. In life, there's always that one person, that one individual who changes the trajectory of your life. I've got to say,
Mhm.
I had an English teacher who also kind of channeled me to go into drama and public speaking.
Mhm.
It's always that one person who can make a difference in your
Yes.
life. That is
Mhm.
awesome. Thank you so much. So, is there anything I should have asked you in this interview? Started to throw this in because sometimes I miss on some magical gems that people have got to give.
Um, no. I just became an international poet. I am in the international magazine this year, the first edition.
Wonderful. So it looks like the future is bringing in so much more for you.
Yes.
I love that. Well, good luck. I know you're going to be featured in the Her Story magazine as well. We're writing an article about you. We'd love to stay in touch with you and see what other creative things you get up to in the future. And thank
Thank
you
you.
to everybody who tuned in today. This is Gertrude Macha here with the Her Story TV. Come back again tomorrow when I interview yet another amazing woman coming from a different part of the world. In the meantime, have fun wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much. Thanks, Keyana. Bye-bye,
Bye.
everybody.